I made 3 versions, but that one just stuck with me the most. When I woke up that Thursday morning to make it.
Yeah. So what up, everybody? What's up? What up? If y'all didn't know, I have a podcast called Fate Podcast, and we're doing it live this time. I'm also with my good friends Timmy the Taco, aka Josh, and my boy Triforce. And
What's good?
Hey.
What's up?
And today we're gonna be starting off with Manga Book Club, where pretty much there's a lot of manga out there in the world. Many are good, some are kind of trash, but some need to see some light, you know. So pretty much we're gonna go around and just talk about what manga we've read this week, and we're just gonna talk about it. We're not gonna go into spoilers, so you don't have to worry. You guys can read it if you want as well, if you like what we're saying. And also, a little surprise, we're actually in Genshin. Yeah, we're chilling, just sitting down here. I made this layout I want to say 10 minutes ago, real quick. So yeah, who wants to go first?
I'll take this stab here.
I bet.
I'll take a stab at it. There's 3 I'll probably talk about.
Okay.
So big one. This actually just got some big news today too. Please don't tease me, Nagatoro-san. Just got announced for April 2021, and I have been with the manga ever since chapter 5 or 6. Really early on, back when really nobody knew about it. Honestly, I absolutely love it. If you're a fan of Teasing Master Takagi-san, Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, any of those kind of shows, you'll absolutely love this. It's got the same kind of vibes. Great MC, great girls, Nagatoro rep, love her. And especially, with the anime coming out, gives you a whole reason to get caught up and see what the hype's about. Pretty good. I rate it 8 out of 8, mate. Pretty good.
Do we know when the anime is coming out?
Yeah, it got announced for April 2021.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I figured it's a good time to go with the big news and everything. I honestly love it. I'm pretty sure. I know you read it too, don't you, Nick?
Yeah, I read it too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'm quite enjoying myself. Honestly, I know a lot of people say comparisons between that and also Uzaki-chan, but I really don't see the comparisons at all. I really don't. Sure, maybe they're just a little bit both annoying, but that's really in their character. That's really it. That's all I really see when it comes to both of them.
Yeah. No, you're definitely right. Uzaki is a little more romance based too.
Yeah.
And Uzaki kind of teases her, but this is definitely a slow boiler too. They really don't go heavy on the romance super quick. It's more just about their daily lives and getting to know each other, which I am 100% down for.
Okay. I guess I'll go next with mine. So what I read, if I can get the full name of this, because it's actually pretty long. It's a dentist sound. Your boobs are touching me. So
I love that name.
This manga, it's not really even a manga. It is, but it's a one-shot manga, so I won't really get into it too much. But pretty much I guess the premises is, so there's a Yakuza boss or heir and a dentist, and essentially the Yakuza boss is kind of scared of the dentist, which I never actually got that fear as a kid myself. I never understood why people feared the dentist. I guess maybe for drills and stuff. I don't know. That's just me. But essentially, they get really too close to each other, and there's little plot twists at the very end, which I won't say. But there's a lot of hijinks in it for one shot, which I'm kind of surprised, because it felt a lot longer than it should have been for one shot. That's really one of them. I think you guys should check it out if you really enjoy just quick hijinks, but also funny ones. The art style is pretty nice too, and I think the twist is pretty worth it in my opinion.
Yeah.
How about you, Triforce?
How many
how
many pages?
I think it's 54. That's why I felt like it was yeah. I'm surprised too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that manga. I've actually read that before, and I know what you're talking about. It didn't hit me until I looked at the cover for it.
Right. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting name.
Oh, it's just not the name. It's oh wow. You know what?
Yeah,
I would suggest you read it.
I would suggest you read it. Definitely to get that twist to read it.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Try-First? What have you been reading?
I've been catching up on some manga that I've already completed or just caught up on, but the newest one, of course, is Chainsaw Man. It's so good. It's so ridiculous, but it's so good. And I think what really captures me is how the author is writing the main character. Like the main character he can be whatever you want him to be, but I'm pretty sure he wrote him this way to make each chapter different. To not spoil anything, just to give you a slight story from it, it's about this guy who is basically an orphan, and his sole job is to kill devils. And his job requires him to use a devil to kill devils. Things happen, and he begins to work with this special forces squad. But since he was an orphan as a kid, he's basically a kid. He's like a blank state. Everything he does after that point is new to him. And that kind of makes the story interesting because he's just having these base desires to push the story forward. And it's pretty good. Now, it's random. So don't go in expecting this deep story. You're not going to get it, but you will get some amazing art and some crazy fights.
I've seen all over Twitter, man. Everyone's been talking about this manga, and then I think anime had been announced, right? But I think we were hoping for an anime. I think
this needs an anime.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna come first.
I will put this on the same scale as like One Punch Man. Like,
really?
You can get
really.
It's that impressive.
That's some high praise.
Yeah, that is high praise.
It's impressive, and they it's a everything manga, and I hate saying that, but that's a lot of Shonen Jump manga already. It's an everything manga. You want fight scenes, it has that. If you want comedy, it's funny for sure, 100%. And you know, you will get some story, but just know that it's other people around the main character that's pushing the story, not the main character himself. That's why I kind of compared it to One Punch Man.
Okay. But you seem hoping for anime, but what do you think will come first? That or Komi-san?
Oh, don't even bring up Komi-san, man. That's
I know a lot of people want Komi-san. I've been seeing it. I've been seeing a lot of people wanted it to come out, but
I want it so bad, man. I can't even tell you that. It's like, if I could sell my kidney for Komi, I would.
Oh my god. Well, funny thing is, actually, I don't think I've actually even read Komi-san yet. I've seen like little like some art on Twitter, but that's really about it. That's really about it.
I've only read the first chapter.
I have read all of it. I constantly keep. So there is 275 chapters.
Oh.
I think I originally started back on chapter 13. I started really, really early, and I just loved it. It's all about the main character, Komi. She is the reason you read it. She is precious, and you want nothing more than to protect her and tell her everything's going to be okay.
Are the other characters good? Because I really only see Komi. I just see Komi. That's all I've seen.
All the other characters are just as great. The relationship with the other MC, Tadano, like, you want them to get together because they're precious.
Okay.
I mean, it definitely does center around Komi a lot more than the other ones, but it's so good. The writing is spectacular. The art is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, so it's not like a horror anime per se. It's more centered around. I mean, I guess her name is in the title, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it's definitely not a harem. Right now, I'll get like super spoily, but right now there's just two characters that are into the MC.
Okay.
And not Komi, but like the Komi and some other girls into the MC.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other manga they want to talk about before we just switch into like whatever else we can talk about that's, I guess, relevant?
Go read Tomodachi Game 2.
What is Tomodachi Game about? Is it
Tomodachi Game is so underrated, man. But Essentially, it's a game that tests your friendship. In the beginning, you meet a set of characters. Just not try not to spoil it because I will get into it.
Okay.
You're introduced to a set of characters, and they were planning to go on a school field trip. The school field trip took. I'm just going to throw out a number because the conversion rates may differ. But let's just say this school field trip took a total of about $70,000.
Golly.
Because it's a lot of people, right? In the whole class. That money goes missing.
Oh.
And the two friends in this set of friends, right, are like the leaders of the class. So they were handling the money, and the money went missing. All right. So just to give you a setup, the MC is poor.
Oh.
Dirt poor.
Oh,
So he worked very hard to put his cut in for the trip. And everybody, isn't really suspecting him, but they know he's poor, right? So one day he gets a letter at his door while he's doing his side gig to come to the school at night. And it's his set of friends. It's him and 3 others. And you find out that they get kidnapped, told to play this game, and that one of the friends put them in this game because they owe $1 million.
Oh.
Ooh.
So that money that they stole from school for the field trip is the entry fee to put everybody in the game, where you play these games in order to put the debt on somebody else.
Is it similar to what's the anime called? King's Game?
I have not seen King's Game. I'm not even going to attempt to. If I could compare it to anything, I would kind of compare it to like Darwin's Game, except this one explores your friendship like 100%. Like if you betray your friends, you get screwed over in this.
Okay. I do like the Darwin's Game. Yeah.
It sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole thing though. If you can't do anything without your friends, and if you have none, you're done, over with.
So basically, you're saying you should get the fairy tale crew and put them there, and they'll win.
It sounds easy, but everybody has different circumstances, and you find out later, that those circumstances, the people who put them in this game already know, so they're using it against them.
Oh.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
For sure.
Josh, do you have any other manga, or shall we continue then?
I got one more I can quickly go over, yeah?
Okay.
This is one that actually not a lot of people are reading or have heard about. It's called Dress Up My Darling. And this one is just strictly a romance. I'm a big fan of romance, honestly.
Honestly, I need some good romance. Lately, my palette has been getting rather boring. I need something new in my life.
It's awesome. It's really good. It centers around 2 characters: the main girl who likes to cosplay a lot, and a guy who makes Hina dolls. And the guy who he's like super afraid and nervous about the fact that he makes them and thinks people make fun of him. Until one girl, the main girl, is like, "Hey, that's pretty sweet. You want to make cosplay for me?" And I was like, "Yo, that's a good concept." And it basically just explores their relationship together, making cosplay and everything. The art is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
The character art is beautiful. I love it so much.
That is a very talented artist, I will say.
Oh, you read it too? Oh, it's just me then. I gotta check it out then.
Yeah, I keep up with it. It's one of the ones that updates a little. Weird parts of the year, I guess.
I think it's like twice a month at most.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it is pretty good. I like the story. I even bought the manga.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. I think before we move on, I'll say one of mine as well. And it is Hitomi-chan is Shy with Strangers. Now, I've been keeping up with this for a very long time, this manga. And like, I definitely wanted to spread some knowledge on this, give it some light. So essentially, there's this really tall girl. She has shark teeth. She's kind of a tomboy, kind of, but she's also cute in a way. And like, she transfers to this new school, and she meets someone who's a year older than her, but he's really short. So there's a dynamic. He's a little shy, but she's also a bit of shy too. So at first he's kind of scared of her, but then they get to know each other more, and then he tries to get her to talk to more people. Hence the title Hitomi-chan is Shy with Strangers. And I wouldn't say it's romance, but there's definitely romance stuff in it. I'd say it's more slice of life than romance, but I'd say definitely give it a try, especially I guess more tomboyish girls. And the art's gorgeous in that manga as well. So if you ever get a chance, I say read it. And I think it was that. Unless Trafford, do you have any more manga, or should we move on?
I mean, I have plenty, but we can go ahead and tread some topics.
Yeah. So I guess the one thing we can talk about is the next season of anime, huh? So actually, no, before we go in there, let's talk about this season of anime. What's everyone watching? I myself am watching I'm watching a lot actually. I'm watching, I'll just say the main thing, of course. I think mostly everyone's probably watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I would say probably everybody's watching this right now. Fire Force, of course, the season's going on. Muno no Nana, and I think Assault Lily are like one of the main things I'm keeping up with, and also Yashahime. Those are the most things I'm mostly trying to keep up with. Anything else I'm just watching whenever I remember it. But yeah, those are the anime I'm keeping up with.
Nice. I'm pretty dead this season. I'll be real. I'm watching Fire Force. I'm keeping up with Fire Force. It's starting to get really good. Like the story's starting to really pick up. Mm-hmm. And then the other one I'm watching is Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. I love this show.
I need to watch it. I've seen a clip of it, and I'm like, I gotta catch that anime.
It is so good. Done by my favorite studio of all time, Dogakoba. Love them. This show is just absolutely adorable.
I bet. How about you, Travis? What are you watching this season?
Bro, you already know.
I know.
Best episode. Best episode. 100 million lives.
Alright, never mind. We ain't talking about that. Straight trash. I don't know what anyone says. Hot garbage. Doo-doo butter.
Dude, I couldn't even say that. I already messed up my line when I said I'm watching the best episode instead of the best show. But no, seriously, Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm keeping up with that. I started Akudama Drive, and not a lot of people are talking about this one, but this is the most stylistic show this season, I call it. It reminds me so much of Danganronpa's style and how they do storytelling, but it's just an anime and it's original, so it has no source material, and that kind of gets me because I want to see what the story is like, but I can't. I gotta wait every episode.
Before you continue, is it a isekai?
No.
Okay. Let's have to.
No, it's got its own setting. The way that people have described it, right? It's like this. It's not a battle royale, but essentially it's like Suicide Squad.
Oh
no! But it's not Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Like you know Suicide Squad, but like it's not Suicide Squad. All I know is I probably wouldn't mess with anybody in there. Like they kind of how do I do it without spoiling anything? Just know these people are crazy. There's a system in the city that is kind of unfair, like a criminal system. Like you can do something minor, and then you like go see somebody about getting it situated. Like this chick in the beginning, she picked up some money that a dude dropped and tried to give it back to him.
Yeah. But
in the process, she was ordering some food, and the stall owner thought that she was stealing, like she was trying to run away with the food. So she went to jail.
Oh, well, it makes sense, stealing.
Kind of wild, but it's good, very good.
Stealing is bad.
I think that's it though. I'm watching Mahoka, but and nothing's happening.
All right, I'm waiting for Mahoka to finish right now. Then I'll watch it all. Which, even though I say that a lot with a lot of anime myself, like I have this problem where I'll say like I'll probably wait for it to finish, and then I never watch it. I'm like, oh well, I should have been watching during when it was running. But with Mahoka, like I rewatched the first season, which I forgot how it's always weird to say this word, but I guess because like I guess if it's in your own opinion, but I would say it is good, Mahoka. There's some episodes where I'm just like, but all around I think Mahoka is pretty good. Which if you what I mean in English is I think it's the regular at the Magic High School. I think that's what it's called in English. I think.
Correct.
Yeah. But I've watched all of the first season and the movies just to watch the anime, but I decided to wait for it to end. I feel like with that kind of anime, you need to wait for like the whole series because like, a lot of stuff happens and like it's a lot of cliffhangers. Like it's basically just cliffhangers. I feel like that's one of them. You just have to just wait for it to be done.
I think what really gets it is the fact it's trying to do it in its light novel format, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like. It takes a while to explain everything that's happening within each light novel volume, but they're trying to cram it in or either cut content, so you kind of miss a lot. I know that was a thing when Madhouse was animating it, that they kind of rushed a little bit near the end because of how slow they built up the story in the beginning.
Which is crazy because they had like 26 episodes, so it's kind of funny. Unlike
it's not enough. That's a light novel trend though.
Yeah.
Where they would try to either cram it or speed it up or slow it down because they don't have enough material. It's tough. That was but I think the only studio that did it really, really well was Shaft with the Monogatari series.
Yeah.
But
I think for me, the only like when you say like rush, like I think it was last season, I think, or season before. I'm pretty sure it was last season. That was the God of High Schools. Like, I read that, and I watched up to like I think episode 10. I'm thinking I watched up to 11 and 12 because like it got really rushed during the near end of it. I won't spoil anything from it, but like there's a lot of stuff that happened in the anime that I'm just like, y'all passed by a lot of stuff that the viewer's gonna need that backstory for. There's a lot of stuff that happened, and I know a lot of people were kind of upset with it. A lot of people just dropped it. Like the animation looks gorgeous, but animation can only hold up for so long if the story isn't really consistent with itself.
Yeah.
There are times where like yes, they had like a good like I think it was like probably midway like 2 episodes where like just had like a lot of detail just packed into it, which was nice. But after that, it was just skipping content, just skipping more and more content. It's just like. I mean, I guess we're here now, but no one really learned anything. Which I guess if that's the way to promote you to read the webtoon, then I guess it works. But I don't know. I just don't agree with that kind of way they did it. I just don't agree with it. Which funny enough, if you take the opposite side of that, what's the anime? What's that other webtoon that came out before God of High School? Yeah, Tower of God. Now that anime, it's heavily detailed, but unfortunately, a lot of stuff happens. But apparently, it's just a prologue, so I mean, I guess there's no worries for that. But a lot of people weren't really happy with how it was. I guess it was too detailed. Nothing much happened. It was like a slow burn, but I don't know. I liked it though, so that's just me.
Yeah, I think that the webtoon, right, has so much. I kind of figured this would happen with it when they said they were going to animate it and it was only going to be 13 episodes. They did a pretty good job, in my opinion, with the pacing, but to hook people in who aren't going to read the webtoon, it's very slow in the beginning. So what I really wish they would have done is just stuck it out a little bit longer, just held it, going for a 24 episode run, did the first part like they've done up to the point of, well, I don't want to spoil, but somebody betrays somebody. And then they go into the second phase, which is the better phase. More fights, there's more development there. It's a time skip, pretty much.
Love me a time skip.
Yeah, it's really good after that point, but you'll never know that because of how slow they built up to 13 episodes just to cut it off at 13 episodes.
Right. The contrast between both God of High School and Tower of God is crazy, funny enough. Like, one's like they were both really hyped up, but the way they were both received at the very end, I guess they're both very similar, just the way that happened. Like, okay, it was too slow, okay, but now it's too fast. It's just funny how it is. Now, to be fair, anime fans are usually picky with that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it is it's understandable though. So I get where they're coming from. Yeah. Josh, were you gonna say something though about the God of High School?
I didn't watch it. I was just going. It is a shame though, like when they try and rush out things and just in the end hurt it. Especially when it's just like, hey, you know, watch this and then read the manga. It's kind of an insult to people who really don't have the time to read the manga. It's just like, hey, I just want to watch something, you know, turn my brain off and enjoy it. But instead, it's nah. You gotta read it.
Mm-hmm. I thought we'll talk about what's happening next season. Anyone excited for anything that's coming out next season?
Oh, don't even get me started.
I'm have to get you started. Mostly because I have to remember which anime comes out next season myself.
There's way too much I'm excited for next season.
Yes, I remember now. Yeah, I'm looking at stuff now. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, I got the mal open. I'm roaring to go.
Whenever you're ready, bro.
Attack on Titan final season, Promised Neverland final season, Slime season 2, Dr. Stone season 2, Quintessential Quintuplet season 2, ReZero season 2, V-Star season 2, Log Horizon season 3, Seven Deadly Sins season 4, Eurocramp season 2, Hataraku Saibo season 2, Hataraku Saibo Black. No Biori non-stop. There's just so much I'm excited for.
A lot of new seasons, yes.
Eurocamp season 2 is my favorite. Eurocamp is my favorite anime of all time. I love it to death, so I am super excited for that second season. Dr. Stone, I'm super hyped for. Dr. Stone was absolutely fantastic when it came out. I was one of the only people when it came out along Fire Force. I was like one of the only people in my friend group that was like, yeah, this is better than Fire Force. What are y'all talking about?
I remember that, because I think on Twitter this happened. I was in that competition too on Twitter, I think.
And then at the end they're like, oh yeah, Dr. Stone is actually better. And I was like, huh? I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time for me?
I think this thing is just like with Dr. Stone and Fire Force. So with Dr. Stone, like it's a lot more, I guess more
it's more story
based, and Fire Force is more action based. Yeah. So I think people want like a middle ground with both of them, like equal story and action. But then you know, which funny enough though, like if I had to say which I preferred more, I think I did prefer Dr. Stone just a bit more than Fire Force, just a bit more, not too much higher than Fire Force, but just a bit more.
I definitely 100% preferred it more than Fire Force. I still love Fire Force, but Dr. Stone just. I really love science and that kind of stuff, so Dr. Stone just kind of grabbed me, and I was like, man, I love seeing all this stuff like explained and done practically. It's so cool.
It really is amazing. All right, I guess I'll go next. So pretty much I think almost all of mine are kind of the same as Josh, except for Attack on Titan, which I know I'm going to shame for. I haven't watched Attack on Titan. I read it up to a certain point. I don't want to spoil anything, of course, but I read it up to a certain point, which if I can just say a little hairy person showed up. I'll say, I guess, and that's where I left off, and I just never continued after that, because my problem with Attack on Titan, the manga at the very least, during that point, it was just dialogue, and trust me, I like when it happens, but like each page was full of text, just text boxes, and I was just like, I wouldn't say I'm a person that wants a lot of action, like, but I will say that at some point you want to see some kind of action to happen, you know, at least something to catch your gaze for, but that's just me. I might come back into Attack on Titan because apparently this fall season is gonna be fire apparently, so I am kind of hyped for that. I think besides that, I don't know if you mentioned the fourth season of Seven Deadly Sins, but I'm planning to watch that too. And I am also looking forward to Redo Healer. Now, there's a different reason why I'm looking forward to Redo Healer. I think me and Triforce we'll talk about that a bit later. But the reason why we're looking forward to Redo Healer.
I just seen the cover art they're going to use for the anime.
I saw it too.
They need to be slapped.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's way too happy for that.
That's so
what's the Japanese name for Redo Healer?
It is Kaifuku Jutsushi no Yari no Shi.
Thank you.
Yes,
So just trying to find it on here.
Yes, it's.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, don't be fooled by that. It's just too happy. Don't be fooled by that.
Wow, and the tags too, man. They need to change this.
Right? Like I saw the tags. I'm like, just 2 tags. Y'all gonna need a lot more than that. I don't know.
No way.
I'm also looking through some more not manga, anime here as well. I think I might look at what's it called? Let's just say it in Japanese. Mushoku Tensei Isekai Itara Honki Dasu, which I know it's the Isekai, but I've seen the trailer for it and it looks pretty good. So actually, I'm kind of excited for that. And Horimiya as well. Horimiya, I've seen on Twitter a lot. I haven't seen the trailer, but on Twitter I've seen the screenshots and like I've seen a few clips, and I am also hyped for that as well. Besides that, I think 1 to 21 is pretty stacked though. I think it's pretty stacked.
Yeah. Quintessential quintuplets. I can't wait for.
Yeah.
I love the quintuplets.
I just want to see everybody's reaction, like if they go all the way through.
I am so excited for, because I already know who the ending girl is. I can't wait to see people's reaction.
Now,
Yeah.
I myself, I haven't read it yet, but I will say what team I'm on, and I'm on Team Miku. That's all I'm gonna say. I haven't read anything, so that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm Team Yotsuba all the way, dude.
Same.
I'm some Miku here alone by myself.
Listen, Miku's all right, but like Yotsuba, I love her.
All right, and Traffic, what are you gonna watch next season?
Pretty much everything everybody said already, except, right, I did watch Beastars. So Beastars season 2, I'm kind of interested in. I really like the thought process of how they crafted this world, right? Of carnivores, you know, and I don't know the science terms. All right, so I may say it wrong. Herbivores, carnivores, and then you have in between the omnivores.
Omnivores, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's a society that kind of judges carnivores harshly. So you can say the herbivores kind of run it because there are more of them, but at the same time, the carnivores are like stronger. You know, they have these urges. And I really like in this world, right, that they put these two together to coexist in a school setting. And what makes it really interesting is how it relates to real life, even though it's all animals, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting that this is getting a season 2. I don't even know where they're going to go from. From what I understand, the first season didn't even cover that many chapters of the manga. And that's a lot of chapters of the manga. So I'm really interested in seeing that. We already talked about Redo Healer.
Should we talk about it more? I feel like that's one of the animes that I think we should go not too much in depth, because of course we don't want to spoil anything, but I don't feel the same thing to spoil too much in that manga in the first place.
Yeah, I mean you kind of have to spoil it though.
Yeah.
I did want to TV for it. I can definitely see some dark stuff hiding behind this.
Yeah. So like to give a little, I guess, not really a preview, I guess comparison, but even though it's not really a comparison at the same time. So we all saw I wouldn't say a controversy, but the controversy on Twitter with Goblin Slayer, right? When the very first episode came out.
I remember that.
That was a fateful day. That's actually what made me watch that Goblin Slayer. I'm like, it can't be that bad. Oh wow, they did this, huh? And the thing is, like, I don't know what anyone was really expecting though. Like, it's always weird to say like it's just fiction, but at the same time, I guess it could trigger some people, of course, which it makes sense. Everyone has their own things they don't like and things they do like. Now with Redo Healer, I feel like they take that to like, I'd say not really to an 11, but like it's kind of up there with how they are. Like Goblin Slayer, they definitely died down what they did, especially because the manga is more tamer actually compared to the anime. Manga's a lot more tamer compared to the anime. Now with Redo Healer, I don't know. Like I was talking about this earlier, but I don't think they're gonna tone things down, even though I think they should tone it down. But I feel like if they tone it down, it wouldn't really give justice, I guess, to the manga.
I mean, it's in a weird situation, right? Because you have, you know, it's gonna be way worse than Goblin Slayer.
Absolutely, yeah.
Way worse than Goblin Slayer when it comes out. It's gonna be received the same as interspecies reviewers kind of levels,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a mixture of those two. It's kind of a mixture of those two, because in the first half, you get Goblin Slayer vibes, you get Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, Revenge type vibes, right? But later on, it just becomes interspecies reviewers, where every episode it's going down. That's pretty much how I can sum this one up.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And that's why I say the tags don't make sense. You got edgy and fantasy. It's way more.
And that picture that they have, that is, people are gonna come singing like, oh wow, that's really nice. And then, oh man, I guess it's one way to bring people into it, I guess.
In fact, the main character doesn't look like that in the beginning, so it's kind of false in a way.
I just wonder how they're gonna start it off. Like, I guess I know where they could start it off, because not animes always start off with like the first like page of the manga, so I don't know where they might start off, where it's gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna rush through it or not. I don't know if they're gonna go into detail what happens.
Now, definitely one that I think everybody skipped over. You maybe even mentioned it. I just didn't hear the name of it. Kimono Jihen.
Kimono what now?
Jihen.
Let me see.
It's about a ghoul. It's so good.
I have not heard of.
Just going.
It's so good. I actually read it
about
3 weeks ago and caught up. I'm kind of sad, but essentially it's all about spirits, ghouls. In fact, the main character is a ghoul, and he was in a village by himself. It's hard not to spoil this stuff, but just know that it's a really good series. And in fact, Venti is going to be the voice actor for Venti is going to be in this anime.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah, he's going to be one of the supporting characters. The ice character. I'm not going to say too much, but really good development later on. It's shonen as it gets, but it's kind of shonen that makes you reminds you of why you got up Saturday morning to watch a shonen.
Yeah,
it's like
that art style.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm liking this kind of art style as well. I would have played the trailer, but I'm afraid.
I know everybody mentioned Horror Me already, but that's high school to anime. Just
that's high school.
High school to anime. It really is.
If we can actually go back to Reader Healer, I didn't really finish my thought on that. So essentially, how I perceive what's going to happen is that probably one person or a few people are going to watch it, and they're probably going to talk about it on Twitter. It's going to blow up on Twitter. People are going to complain about it again, and then it's just going to either die down, or apparently if you watch it, they're probably going to label you as something. I don't know what, but probably label you something. That's what I assume is going to happen, because what always happens on Twitter. With Goblin Slayer, like we said, compared to Redo Healer, it's probably night and day. There's actually another anime too. I probably another manga is getting anime too. But I forget the manga, but it's just as bad as Redo Healer. But I don't remember when it's coming out though. I just heard it is getting an anime. But I will say, if you do want to watch Redo Healer, just go in with open thoughts, I guess. Just make sure not to be too surprised.
I just gotta question why they would go this route and pick out these kinds of stories to animate. It's just curious to me, because you would think with all the controversy it'd be a bad thing to do this often, but it's becoming a trend to make something that's gonna shock people more.
I also just think they don't care in Japan. They just want that money.
Right.
That's what I'm curious about. Like, if it's gonna upset people so much and they know this and they release it, I mean, are they really making money? They already claimed that they don't make adaptations to make money from the anime. Is to promote the original source material, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an original. But I just gotta question this, because we're reading the manga, but apparently it's a light novel for this.
There's a light novel for Redo Healer.
Yep.
Oh no, here we go.
And it's based off the light novel, so we may see different things.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like, if you piss off a lot of people,
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, right? Because like, if only the West is really getting upset about it. Does Japan really have to do anything if only the West is getting upset about it? Like, sure,
Exactly.
their sales, yeah, of course. There's always the sales in the West, which is always great. But like, your main audience is people in Japan, I would say, which is kind of weird to say, even though like a lot of like people in the West, of course, watch anime and like anime. Almost all people in the world, I would say, like anime become a lot more. I hate to use this word, but mainstream, I guess. Anime has become a lot more like no longer would you like be shamed, I guess, for watching anime and be like, because like, I guess anime would be called cartoons. Yes, they are technically cartoons, of course, but like you wouldn't be really shamed for it anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot different, like, compared to 10 years ago. Like, if you were, like, 10 years ago and said, hey, I'll watch anime, people would be like, that's a little sus.
Dad, or just like what's anime?
Exactly. Compared to nowadays, it's like, oh, hey, I watch anime. It's like, oh, hey, that's cool.
Right. Yeah, but I think, what, especially if you mention that, this is going to be one of the anime that people are going to memorize the most. So if you say, hey, I watch anime, and they remember this, right? They were like, oh, this dude watches this kind of stuff. You're like, oh, that's going to be forever associated with it. Kind of like, I don't know. A lot of people didn't watch School Days back in the day.
Good old School Days. Like,
it's just kind of crazy. Like, you can say, hey, I watch anime, and they'll automatically say Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, back in the day too.
Right.
But now, you got Demon Slayer, you got Attack on Titan,
got Black Clover, yeah.
But those are good already. The standouts is what's gonna make people remember it the most. Like Goblin Slayer pissed off so many people.
Yeah,
it was a really good anime. Inexpensive reviewers. Nobody was like caring about that until people got pissed off.
Right. Until Nakachaku went and made it the highest rated anime on Mal.
Yeah. And he did that because he knew everybody was pissed off already. And
of course.
It wasn't even like a bad thing. It was just
he was just fanning the fire. He was absolutely putting gasoline on that fire.
Absolutely. But I was here for it too.
I was there for it and it was glorious.
It's just gonna be the same thing. So yeah.
I think when it also comes to like the top anime, right? Like I can't say there's a top anime. I can say there's a lot of anime that everyone can say like that's really great, really amazing. I think everyone's like top anime is all different. Like I think like what's the top anime on Mal? Is it still Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
It's still Brotherhood.
Yeah. I'll say Brotherhood. I love Brotherhood, but that is not even in my top 10. Top 20, sure. Top 10, no. Like my favorite anime is this a zombie? That's my favorite anime. But like I'm pretty sure if I asked that to a lot of people, they won't even know what that is because it's not really shonen per se or something that really like stood out. Like if I said, do you know My Hero Academia? I'm pretty sure everyone would say, oh yeah, of course, My Hero Academia. Everyone knows that, right? It depends on how popular anime is. But even then, I wouldn't say it'd be the best anime, right? Because everyone has their own opinion over it.
Well, if you have to ask me, is this a zombie? I mean, just look at my profile pic.
There we go.
But yeah, no, absolutely. I feel you. Like Mal's top anime list is definitely like a good kind of idea of like, okay, people, a huge majority of people definitely think this is great. Yeah. But it doesn't mean, it's the best of all time. Like my favorite of all time is still Eurocamp.
Yeah. Like if I can actually see what like the top 3 my anime lists, that's what we're saying. Triforce, do you have a favorite anime? As I search for this top anime.
Oh, Triforce, hands down. Not Triforce.
I was like Triforce. I'm like, huh?
Trigun, hands down. It's in my name too. So Trigun, Triforce.
Of course.
But that's like my favorite, and it's only because it was different than what I was watching when I was younger, and it stuck with me since. Man, I can go back and watch Trigun all day and still get excited for a lot of things that happen in it, even though I've seen it years ago, and I think that kind of led to my taste in anime too. It's cool. I mean, my anime list is a good website, but at the same time, it's still a box,
Yeah.
And it's on, and what's at the top depends on the demographic of people in that box. If you like a lot of action and story, then of course, Fullmetal Alchemist is gonna be at the top. But if you go to another website, you're bound to see another anime at the top of that list. So It just kind of depends. I wouldn't say it's the go end all be all of greatest anime ever, because as people get older, you know, better anime is going to come out, right?
And also their taste changes as well, so you know.
But it'll never be at the top of this list until the people in my anime list are gone.
Yeah. Like, so the top 3 anime is going from 1 to 3 is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Steins Gate, and Gintama, or Gintama. I don't know what version of Gintama that is, but I think that's the first season. I think. So those are the top 3 for Mal. I had to say, none of these 3 are my top 10, not the least.
So that's an older version. Well, that's the later seasons of Gintama.
That's
another Gintama.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2015, 2016.
If you look at like the top 20, a lot of them are Gintama.
Yeah, they're basically Gintama. Yeah.
20, you got Gintama at 14, 13, 12, 8, 6, 3. A lot of people like Gintama.
I haven't seen a single episode of Gintama.
I've watched it. It's actually pretty hilarious, I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen the author's other work, Sket Dance?
Yeah.
I like Sket Dance. But I just couldn't get into Gintama. It's too much. And you know, what is this? Ginga? What is that?
Oh, Legends of the Galactic Heroes.
I'll never watch it. And I don't care how great it is. I'll never watch it. And it's at number 5. So that's what I was saying, you know, like this reflects the demographic of people that's on my anime list right now.
Right. And
so,
like even Hunter x Hunter, which I it's always weird to say, right? Because like when it comes to that like whenever you want to compare anime, I hate comparing anime a lot if I'm being honest, because like they're 2 different stories completely. Sure, some might be similar in a way, but like, they're different stories. Especially when it comes to shonen, I hate when people compare shonens. It's just or whenever it's like what's that trend on Twitter where like there's like 4 anime and then you choose one to like kick you choose one to like kick out. I just don't really like that. I'm just like, I mean, sure, everyone has their opinion, but like if you read the comments, they're all just nasty, man. Reading the comments are nasty, or replies, I guess. It's just
people are always, it's always so nasty when people compare that kind of stuff.
It is, man. And then whenever people talk like about the big 3, I will say this is my own opinion, but I don't think there can ever be another big 3. I really don't think there can be another one. Like when Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece came out, like that, I wouldn't say it started a whole like wave of new anime fans, but like just those 3 alone, it definitely created a wave. I'd just say a wave, I guess. And I don't think there's any anime that can cause that again, in my opinion, or another big 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Like right now, they're saying apparently the new big 3 people are like it's Demon Slayer, My Hero, and Dr. Stone are like the new big 3. Like, can those really compare to One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto? Like, it's so hard to follow in the footsteps of those, because, like you said, they just did spawn, like, a whole wave of anime fans. Like, One Piece alone probably got so many new people into anime.
Not this guy. Somebody had to pay me to catch up to One Piece right now.
I'm not the only one I've watched fully is Naruto on that. I haven't watched Bleach, and I've watched a bit of One Piece.
Now we are getting the animated ending of Bleach soon.
Yes, so sir. Yes, sir.
I definitely
can't wait.
But for One Piece,
there's too much. I don't have time to watch like 900 plus episodes.
I really don't. I was gonna do it honestly because you know the world right now. I thought I was gonna do it in the beginning, but I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm not really up to it anymore. I don't know why. Because like it's whenever I think it's like I want to, but then I see how much episodes there are, and my motivation to watch it is just gone. I'm just like,
yeah.
like 900 plus episodes, almost at 1,000 now. I think. Hold on, how many episodes did One Piece have? It's time to check.
Yeah,
it's time to check.
they're close. They're close to 1,000.
They are
It's
at
990, right?
I'm about to check right now.
Like, especially like for me, getting into Naruto was tough too, because there was so many episodes out when I started.
And then a lot of it is filler.
Exactly. The problem was back then I didn't know too much about anime, so I just watched it all, and I was like, man, that's a lot.
I thought everything was canon. I was like, yes.
Yes, the Great Ninja Race. The Great Ninja Race was super canon.
Yeah, there's 944 episodes of One Piece right now. Jesus.
Oh, so the anime is catching up to the manga chapters.
The manga has 97 volumes. They're almost at 100. I mean, I wish Oda the best of luck. I think I heard One Piece is like, or I think like last year, I think they said it's like halfway done. Man. Which is like, I'm just like halfway. What do you mean halfway? I thought you'd be almost there. I don't know.
What are One Piece watchers gonna be doing once it's over? They're gonna rewatch One Piece.
That's the thing, right? They're probably gonna look for something else, or they might hope for like a sequel to One Piece. Like I guess with their children, I guess like a Boruto, I guess in a way.
Like One Piece has been going on for like 20 years now, and I feel like they will go back and watch it again. I don't know. It'd be hard to replace One Piece for them because it's so dedicated to the series.
Yeah, and then I feel like once One Piece ends, they're gonna be, oh man, nothing can like beat One Piece, I guess, in a way. Also, how One Piece is gonna end, I have no idea, because like when you're 900 episodes deep, I feel like the ending of your anime has to be like the best anime out there, like, cause that's a lot of build up, I guess, and I really hope it's not the treasure was, or if the One Piece was the friendship we made along the way, because if it is, I'm gonna be laughing at the memes for a good month. The memes I know are gonna be good.
Fairy Tail, is that you?
Which, funny enough,
one of my friends said Naruto is gonna end with Jiraiya reading a book about Naruto. It was all Jiraiya just reading a book the whole time. I said that would be very hilarious if he did.
See, that just makes me cry, because rest in peace, Jiraiya.
Oh my gosh, man. And then, like, funny enough, I'm actually reading the Boruto manga right now. And the thing with Dragon Ball Super manga, I don't know if anyone's been paying attention on Twitter right now. I won't spoil what's happening in there. But I will say, like, before the latest chapters for both Boruto and Dragon Ball came out, the pace they were at, everyone was saying everyone should read it. It was going up there. It was amazing. And I went to like the latest chapter for both Dragon Ball Super and Boruto. Everyone's saying it's trash. Don't read it. Don't, like, the reception for, I guess, viewers is always weird. I don't know. I never understood why people just react like that sometimes, because like, I get it, you might be upset, but like at least let a few more chapters pass by or something to see what happens. Like, I get like your initial reaction is like, oh man, that's wild, I hate that, but so to continue.
Yeah.
Unless it's like I don't know, like someone's dead, then okay, you can, I guess, make that reaction, like your like favorite character dying, then okay, that makes sense, I guess. I don't know.
Does anybody have? Well, no. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say people would be wilding.
Yeah. Does anybody have a guilty pleasure manga?
Guilty pleasure manga. See, that's a weird thing to say, because nowadays when I hear guilty pleasure, I'm just like, I don't think I'm really guilty with anything I'm reading. If I'm being honest, nowadays, I'm just like, if I like it, I like it. But I guess when guilty pleasure manga, I have to check my manga because I have a lot. I gotta go through. Oh, okay, I guess if I have a guilty pleasure manga, it has to be this one, I guess. Which, funny enough, it's only 6 chapters in. Actually, technically it's a bit more, actually, I guess, technically. But it's called Could You Turn Your three perverted sisters into fine brides? It was that title. I'm just like, all right, I gotta see what's happening.
That's a good title.
I have to see what was going on in that manga. I'm just like, there's no way that someone named us that. And look at that, someone did. I won't really explain too much of it because they're not really too far deep into it. But I will say, that the main character is not related to the sisters, but the way it started off, I was just like, oh, this gonna be bad. This gonna be bad. And the more I read it now, it's actually not bad at all. It's just because I don't do this for anime. The 3-episode rule thing, I don't do that for anime. Like if I'll watch something and like maybe if it's like the 10th episode, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm done. I don't do that. Like or if I'm at the first episode, I just won't watch it. Like we were talking about earlier. What's it called? I'm standing on 1 million lives. I saw a few clips of it, and I knew from the jump I wasn't gonna like it. I didn't even bother doing the 3-episode rule because I knew from that jump, I'm like, this anime is gonna be trash. I don't even need to worry about watching that. And maybe it'll be good. Maybe the anime's good. I heard the manga's a little bit different, but I heard at the same time it's no different apparently, manga. So I don't know. But yeah, I guess I would say my turning my 3 Pro Sisters into brides is my guilty pleasure manga.
I'm trying my best to find mine, but I can't find it. I have to go. See, my phone is running Genshin, so I can't go to the stash.
Oh, right,
but I got a good one though, and it's one I've been wanting to see if anybody else read. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna look for it here.
Okay. Well, how about you, Josh? Do you have any guilty pleasure manga you're reading?
Yeah, I got one. Uh-huh. I wouldn't really even consider it reading more than I just like scroll through, but it's done by the same person who actually does Miss Dragon Maid, or Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Ooh.
Because for those who know, he does a lot of really, like, he is horny on main.
Oh, I've seen his Twitter, horny as F.
And his manga and stuff too. Dragon Maid is like his most
tame,
safe for work. His tamest stuff. Because a lot of his other stuff is it's horny. The one I'm reading is there's actually 2 I read of his. One's called Chi 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 Chi.
Oh, Chi 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 Chi. I forgot about that manga because for people who don't know, I think a lot of people used the app Manga Rock, I think, for a long time. Yeah. And now Manga Rock is kind of done because of. I think they're turning into a comic book app now. I think that's what they said. Turning into a comic book app. So so a lot of us had to like scatter and find a new app to use. I'm using Tachiyomi as my new one, which I feel like is a lot better actually compared to Manga Rock. Absolutely.
I use Manga Reader.
Manga Reader.
But yeah, no. So Chi. So the best way I can put it is imagine Toru from Dragon Maid. Give her bigger ditties, and that's your story.
Yo.
And then the other one I'm reading by him is it's actually a spin-off of Dragon Maid. It's called Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Lukua is my XX.
Oh.
And basically, if you want to see some good sauce of Lukua, yeah.
Well done. I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. That Chi and Dragon Maid were drawn by the same artist. I don't know how I didn't put 2 and 2 together, because they have, I guess they're potentially both drawn the same way. So I'm like, huh.
Yeah, his art style is very noticeable.
Yeah, there's a lot of manga that I have to like find on Tachiyomi, because I haven't like transferred everything. Because especially because I have to find like the chapters I was actually last on as well. Like, there's a lot of manga. But the funny thing is, like, I read a few chapters and then I don't read anything ever again. Which is also strange, because now I actually want to start collecting like actual like manga. Like, I want the physical copies. Like I said on Twitter, I think I wanted the physical copies of Twin Star Exorcist, which I gotta say, I'm really hoping the manga is good, because apparently it's night and day, and that's all I've been hearing. And I'm like, because like when I first watched it, I was like, oh man, I like this anime. And then it got past like 12 episodes, and I said, oh man, we're still going. Oh, we're at 50 episodes now. Oh, okay. All right, cool.
It's a shame too, because like, dude, the manga is just on fire right now. If I'm gonna be honest, and it gives you so much.
It's gas.
It's so good to me. In my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm a fan of time skips. That's just me, okay?
I love time skips as well, yes.
All right, because it shows development of character. Yep. And especially if you do it very well. Vinland Saga has time skips. I love it. I love it.
Still
'Cause
need to watch it.
Especially if you've seen the MC in the beginning and then what he is right now in the manga, it's night and day. But it stuff like that, right? I think people just don't think of that much when they see a time skip. You know, you see Naruto time skip. You know, Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. It was a good time, but
Yep.
Naruto still kind of acted like Naruto, and
Right. The only person who really changed was, I guess, Sasuke. I guess really. But even then, that's Sasuke. So I mean,
Sasuke was an asshole in the beginning. He was an asshole in Shippuden.
Yep.
I guess really, yeah.
Everyone hates Sasuke because he's. God, I hate Sasuke.
I mean, he flip flops. Well, I could get into Naruto all day.
I really
but-
couldn't say him. I could get into Naruto and Bleach. Naruto, Bleach is one I can just keep talking about. It's crazy.
Yeah, but Twin Star Exorcist is like that same vein, right? You see growth, and it makes you feel like you was a part of that story. You've seen them grow into these characters that eventually will set out to do what they achieve to do, and it's great.
Right.
But is it a guilty pleasure? No. No. But I got two for you. I got two.
Okay.
So I found the one that I was looking for. But I think we may all know this one. World in Harem.
Of course, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So good to me. I'm rooting for the guy with 100 wives right now, or 100 kids or something like that. Because I was like, there's no way he's gonna remember everybody's name, right? Oh no, he knows everybody's name. And then the other one, which I doubt you all have seen, but if you did, I'd be surprised. He made Kokon.
He made what now?
Huh?
He made Kokon.
He made Kokon. I don't think I've seen it or read it.
Oh, dude. You talking about guilty pleasure? This is it. This is it. Not many people like this one because of the subject matter, but I like the author because I think he draws the thickest women I've ever seen in manga.
The thickest.
The thickest, not the thickest. If you look at every one of his other works, let me see. If I go to his name, 1, 2, 3 covers of just thick women.
Nothing but
He
sickness.
And what made Kokon different is like he drew a skinny woman, but like you get into it and you're like, oh no, he's still at his art. But yeah,
I'll write that down.
it's how should I put it, right? It's a story. I don't want to spoil it, but there may be things in here that will upset people. But that's fine. He wrote it that way.
Right.
And apparently it ended, but I don't know if anybody's going to translate it. I think it's only like 7 or 10 more chapters. But it's so good to me.
Man.
Especially if you just want something and you just want to turn your brain off and you're like, yeah, I just want to see people just get messed up. This is it.
Man, speaking of anime, man. That's sort of manga that ends like. I need a few mangas that need to get their brotherhood, if you will. That would be Soul Eater, of course, because my name is Soul, of course, and I need Soul Eater to get his brotherhood. I need that. Is this a zombie? I need to see all of that.
Yes.
I need it to be redone. Not new season. Not what happened in season 2. Season 2 doesn't exist. So I will say, there's one part in season 2 during the very end that I kind of like that I know a lot of people don't like, and as big as possible. I'm just gonna say Dark Vader, and I hope that anyone who's watched that season 2 knows what I mean when I say Dark Vader, because that's the only part I kind of liked that a lot of people didn't like, but I liked it myself. So I'm not.
They strayed so far away from the manga, man. It's like the biggest problem.
Season 2 was like its own season. Wait, I forget. Was Chris in season 1? I forgot.
Yeah, Chris was in season 1.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't
Wait,
remember.
no. She wasn't. Nah, she was only. I don't even remember.
I remember,
now.
right. I definitely know she was like in the beginning of season 2.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know what happened after that. They just took its own turn. It's always weird whenever you recommend someone, like when they're watching the anime and like they say, oh, it's trash. You're like, oh man, you should definitely read the manga. I thought it was a 50-50 because sometimes you might think the manga, or you remember the manga as being great, but really there's nothing really that has changed. That's why I'm really scared to read A Million Lives, because I heard people say it's different, but I also hear people say it's no different, and I'm just like, I don't want to waste my time reading something I know I'm not gonna like.
Man, listen, that's bottom of the barrel, right? that's really scraping for the last bit of ice cream in the corner of the bucket, right? When you make a show like A Million Lives. I'm standing on A Million Lives. The name, all right. I don't want to get into it.
No, it's time. No, it's time. Go in.
Dude, this is utter garbage, and if you like it, that's cool, that's fine. It's subjective, right?
Right.
If you like it and I hate it, that's fine, right? But I hate it because he goes back on so much of the stuff he's talking about in the beginning. He's this dude who says, yo, I don't care about humanity, right? But then save somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And then he says, oh, the only reason I saved them because they'll be useful to me later on. All right, so we skip ahead 20 chapters in the manga. And are they useful? No, they still ain't helping him. He's doing everything, carrying everybody, and everybody's falling in love with him, and he don't care. All right, I don't like stuff like that. And that's just me. But he just seems so like bipolar. He's doing this one thing, saying this one thing, and then he just doubles back on it. Like, he has no character. Like, just to compare, right? Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
I told you that this dude he's a wild card because he grew up without education. You know, nobody taught him to speak. He had to learn by, you know, other people speaking to him. So his speech pattern is a little weird, but, you know, he didn't have anybody. So him being 16 in the beginning portion of the chapter, he acts like a little kid. He's excited by stuff like, oh, I get to touch her breast? Bet, I never did that, you know? Bet. Stuff, right? That excites him. Eating food that's hot, that excites him because he didn't have hot food. Like, that's stuff like that you understand. That's his character, and you see him grow. This dude, right, touts saying that, you know, hey, I'm in this world, I hate this world. He goes to this other world and he's garbage, right? But he makes the best of what he can do with his garbage skills, and he wins in this world. He's winning in this world. But he's doubling back on what he said. He said he hates humanity, but when he kills people in this world, oh, he feels bad. Why?
Yeah, that kind of...
That would annoy me as well, to be honest.
That's a big problem I had right with I don't know if it's only up to the third season of Overlord.
Ah, yes.
That was one of my biggest problems was the change in Ainz' personality.
Yeah, his character, it took a big change that I do not agree with.
He goes from, like, you know, in season 1 and 2, he was like, you know, I'll kill a human if I have to, but I'd rather not.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, their lives should be valued, but now he's just like, I'll kill anyone, I don't care.
Right. Like, I don't know if that's just him becoming more a part of the world, and that the world is changing him.
Yeah.
That's my only really, I won't say excuse, but like, just my only reasoning, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
It's like his mental mind is merging with his actual character's mind of becoming this big overlord, but it's such a, like, I still love season 3. Season 3 was great.
Oh yeah. Especially the finale, not the finale, the very finale, but like, you know what I'm talking, which part of the finale I'm talking about. That I love that they did it well, but that's about it.
Season 2, I'd say season 2 is still my favorite.
Oh, season 2 is great, yeah.
Season 2 part 2 is Sebas. I absolutely love Sebas.
Mm-hmm. Sebas is good.
He's like one of the. Oh, I love him.
Remind me, which one had the lizard sex in it? Because that's like
that's season 2. Season 2.
Like people were hyped about that. I was like, huh?
It's like, you what? See, the thing is, I didn't watch Overlord until, actually, funny enough, like in January, it's when I finally watched Overlord, like season 3. It was when I finally like I caught up to, like, I watched everything in one go, Overlord season 1 to season 3, and I seen the screenshots before when I used to go on Tumblr, funny enough, when I used to use that. Not much, but I used to just go on it, because Tumblr had some great art. They had, the art on Tumblr was great, man. Before he went down, oh man, recipe Tumblr. But yeah, I saw the lizard sex thing, and I'm just like, this is what people get hyped about? This? I'm like, okay. So then when I got season 2, I'm like, oh yeah, these things. I remember what's happening with this. And funny enough, I actually did enjoy that season. They did that. Season 1 and 2 did really well. Season 3, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Were there any manga that you regret reading?
Oh man, where do I begin? Hold on, let me get my good old. I might go to Manga Rock and just try to find some.
Like off the rip, I can think of like 7, but
7. I was gonna say like 3, 7.
The biggest disappointment, and this is during the time where I was really, scraping for content to get into manga. It was Nana.
The one that anime that's happening right now?
No.
Oh.
No. Hold on.
Oh.
And it never finished. That's why I regret reading it. We'll never know how that ended. And I think the author actually got sick, so that's why she stopped writing. But she stopped writing it at possibly the worst point ever. Like, ever.
Oh.
And it's basically, it's romance, drama, mature type stuff. Really, it's shoujo.
Of course.
So I have no business caring this much. But man, it sucked me in, and I hate we'll never know the ending of it. And it's been like, what, 11 years?
I think it's the same amount of time as High School DxD, right? No, High School DxD came out in 2012, I think. No, not DxD. High School of the Dead. Remember High School of the Dead?
It went on a definite hiatus in 2009.
Oh wow, yeah.
So about 11 years ago.
That's pain. Man, that also reminded me. Was, as I said, High School of the Dead, man. One of those animes that I think everyone can agree is just great, and it's just sad about what happened to the author. But man, that and also MM. Oh man, I love MM. I love MM so much. It's one of my top 10 anime, man. I love MM. And then, if you didn't know, the author of MM has passed away. If you did not know, so
yeah, I heard that.
Pain. But then there's also manga like Act Age, which I know you guys know about the controversy, right, with Act Age.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Yeah, that's just.
It's the author, not the artist, right? It's the author that got arrested, I think.
Yeah, the artist is good.
Yeah,
and I think I think it's a she.
Yeah, she is. She's
gonna get another shot at working with another one.
Okay, but that's so sad, though, man. That's especially because I think that was her first big one. I think working with the man, that hurt, bro. I forget what he did. I don't remember. I might be mixing it up with the author for Rurouni Kenshin, but I think one of them had like 200 gigs of child pornography. I think. I forget.
That's the author of Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay. I forgot who. Yeah. I forgot what actors did.
He was actually he was trying to get with a middle schooler.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Or he was harassing one, I think. The stories kind of conflict. They said he was getting with her, like he was trying to solicit her or anything like that, but they switched it up to harassing. So it's around that range.
Yeah.
Realm.
I mean, either way, yeah, it's just not good entirely. Oh man, it's just sad to see sometimes because like not for him, but for the artist, man. I feel so bad for him, man. Like my heart actually broke when I heard the news because I never read it. I think I actually also had the anime too, so I never watched it either. But I just felt entirely bad. I'm like, man.
It goes beyond that too, because like you got the fans too who would never see the ending of this because he's the author. Like,
yeah, he's the one who writes. I mean, they could, of course, just create their own ending, but I mean, it wouldn't be of course how the author envisioned it, because of course the author definitely has his own things he wanted to add to it, and who knows, maybe when the author comes out, they might continue. Who knows? I think the Rurouni Kenshin author is actually continuing the manga. I heard. So I'm just like, you're what?
It's like, seriously, why?
Now, mind you, there's always, of course, separate the art from the artist, but it's gonna be really hard for me to read it because I like Kenshin a lot. I like it a lot, but man, it's just like it's gonna be like when I'm reading it, it's gonna be like in the back of my head, like this author wrote this, huh? Yeah.
It's like the creator Soul Eater was like, yo, I step on kittens on the daily.
Right. I'd be like, bro, that's my whole thing right now. Like,
I was about to say, did you? I thought that was for real for a second.
No. I would actually. I mean, with Fire Force going on, I think they would learn about it. Yeah. Oh
man. I was about to say, it was like, D-Prod, you better start dropping this. Oh man.
But yeah, if there's the anime, I guess I'd say that regret reading, but not really. I would say like regret. Oh man, I hated this thing. It's just like I regret reading because like man, because now I'm reading it and I'm just like I can't really stop now. And I'm just like, even though I'm not really interested in it anymore, I still want to continue. The first one has to be Parallel Paradise. I kind of regret reading that manga because like I'm just like, man, at first I was like interested in it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of the same thing every time, which most basic concept, even though I wouldn't call it really a spoiler because I don't guess really the whole thing really happens, but pretty much guy goes to another world. I know, shocking, right? And he meets a girl and he meets a few other girls, and let's just say that the girls, he's the only guy in that world, and the girls need to get some
they like sex.
They like sex. Yes, they like sex. And funny enough, that's the only way they can live past the age of adulthood, which I don't know if they said it was 18. I think they said it was 18, right? I don't know if they gave it age. I guess 18, yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, the art in that, like, that's the one manga I will say, like, if you wanted a hentai with like some story, that's something I would say read. That, and I guess Peephole too. I guess if you want to read Peephole, it's pretty good as well. But I would recommend Peephole way more. But I recommend Parallel Paradise. You know, Parallel Paradise is the art in that.
Parallel Paradise is kind of how should I put it? It's kind of bland at some point. But you also know the artist is going to do a terrible job at ending it because they did what's that show with the Brunhilde of the Darkness, or In the Darkness? That ended horribly in my opinion, and he's the author of that.
He's got a second chance. What do you mean?
Huh?
He's got a second chance at life. Don't worry.
No, dude, second chance, sure. Yeah. Nobody knows they exist. They might as well be dead. And what's the other one with the girls with the invisible hands? It's so famous, but the anime does not follow what the manga did.
Invisible hands, man. I can't remember. It's so familiar in my head, but I don't think I can remember where.
See, I can think of it. I can picture it. It's a pink-haired girl with horns who's butt naked in the first scene and just literally kills somebody by cutting their head off. Like
Elfen Light. There we go. Elfen Light. There we go. Yeah. I also remember. Yeah. Elfen Light. I remember too. I'm like, hey man. And now I don't know if I actually remember her name, Lucy too. Everything's slowly coming back to me. Like, yes.
Elfen Lied.
That's the same author. And that didn't.
Which you wouldn't believe. Funny enough, you would not believe that.
So, if you're reading Parallel Paradise, just know you're gonna have a very bad ending.
Wait, Elfen Lied ended?
Yeah, the manga.
Oh, Josh is gone. Man did.
Yeah, see the anime and the manga is just so different.
Oh man. What's it called? Yeah, with Parallel Paradise, man, I really wish like something drastic changed, but it never does. It's the same plot every time. Like I get it, and even like the enemies kind of got bland too at the same time.
He did say once he finished Brunhilde in the Darkness that he was going to make a series where they do nothing but have sex. That's what that's the manga right there. That's the manga.
That's it. I will say though, the art and like is really good. Like I gotta say, even though it's censored, of course, because the manga is still the same. It's still a manga, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, is it sensitive though if you can see like?
Yeah, you could basically
is it
see everything
really-
except their I guess biddies. I'll say for Twitch stick. I guess I don't know.
They're just splashing water. Huh? They just,
It really
Yeah.
is just yeah. The next,
he draw everything wet too. It's just crazy.
yeah, it's,
He's obsessed with things getting wet. It's just yeah.
I will say it is funny how the main character gets to the world though, and like let's just say it happens some more times, something happens as well. But like the way he gets back is it's something that kind of makes me chuckle. I don't know why. It doesn't make me chuckle the way he gets back to the world. But another manga that I regret reading, mostly because now I'm stuck reading because I want to know how it ends, is Satono Fanny. I think Satano Fanny. I think that's how you pronounce it. Brief I guess description of it. Pretty much a girl literally just happens frame one. So I guess actually I won't say how this happens, but she goes to jail with other girls, and technically they're all like, I wouldn't say serial killers, but they're all kind of, they have these murder personalities that are based off real like real murderers. Like say like, you know, I was a murderer, and like my personality would be based off Jack the Ripper. That's pretty much how these girls are. And like the story, it was going really good, but then they're kind of repeating a lot of things. And then like I think they retconned a few things as well. And now like where the story's at, I have no idea what's really happening. Like nothing really makes sense now. I'm just like, it's like they got to one point in the manga, and like they had a good pace, and then like, it's like they got like the end of it, and then they're back to the middle, and then they're back to the end, and then somehow we're back at the start once more, and I'm like, what? And like I want to know how this ends because it's so stupid, but at the same time it's like, why am I reading this still? And that's how I feel about that.
This is the author of Cage of Eden, so yeah, I kind of can tell.
Oh, KJ Eden. Oh man, I actually have the actual physical volumes of that because it's a funny story. So I went to my local, I wouldn't even say bookstore. It was like more of an anime store, but it's very secluded. It was not very big, and I wanted to get to manga. So I asked them what manga would be good to read, and then they gave me Cage of Eden. They gave me 5 volumes of Cage of Eden, and I'm like, I bet. So I bought it. And I read it, and I'm like, why did this get to me? Because at the time, I think it was 14 or 15 at the time when they gave it to me. Or maybe not 16. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, somewhere around like 14, 16 at the time, which is a long time ago, man. I'm getting old.
He shouldn't have gave you that.
Yeah, I was just like, oh wow. But I didn't even ask me for my age too, so I'm just like, all right. And I was gonna say this. I think the one character in there was my first trap, but I guess almost everyone's first trap is probably Haku from Naruto, I guess, technically. If you want to really say their first trap. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's my guilty pleasure. Not guilty, manga I regret reading. Do you got any, Josh?
I actually don't think I do. Let me actually check my old manga rock, because
Oh, manga rock. I understand why you're gone, but man, it still hurts though.
I miss it. To be honest, there's really actually not. Everything I've read, I'm pretty been happy with. Mostly because if I read something, I make sure that it's just like, I'll usually know if it's up my valley. Like when I started Komi-san, I was like, yeah, this is something that's up my valley, or Nagatoro, or things like that. I'm like, yeah, this is stuff that's up my valley.
Yeah.
So I usually don't regret it. There's definitely a whole bunch of anime I regret watching.
Oh, we can get into that, man. We can get into that. Oh,
However, there's a question I'd like to pose for you guys.
Ah, of course.
The complete opposite of this. Is there an anime that you can just constantly go back to and constantly rewatch?
I mean, of course, there's always my favorite animes. I think there's one anime that I've, besides Is This a Zombie, because I've watched Is This a Zombie 3 times in sub, two times in dub, I think, just because I just loved it a lot. Soul Eater, I watched that 3 times already because it's really. It doesn't take too much for me to really watch Soul Eater, if I'm being honest. Though yeah. I will say, when it comes to, like, before I get into like anime, I love to rewatch. I will say, when it comes to that, like, there's always anime that I can always rewatch, but when it comes to manga, I can say I would reread. Like once it's done, I'm like, awesome. But I don't think I'd ever reread a manga.
I don't think I've ever reread much.
I'm thinking the same thing too. I don't think I've ever said, let me go back and reread. Like maybe there's one time I think, or a few times I said, okay, the manga's done. Let me go back to literally the first chapter and see how it started. Like why did I read this manga? This is all I've really done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you read? Before we continue again with Josh's question, have you ever reread a manga, Triforce?
Yeah, I've reread. I reread Tower of God. I reread Trigon. I reread Tomodachi Game this week, but I haven't caught back up with it to remember because every time Tomodachi Game comes out, you kind of got to. It takes a minute for the author to pump out this stuff because the games get kind of complex. So I imagine he has to think of ways to make it interesting for the game and everything. So I understand that. I reread the Peephole one like a lot. Well, just up to that one point that I think is so significant, right? Around the chapter 40 range. And then I'll say, okay, I kind of remember everything else. And I'll stop. But I think that is that's why that one just sticks with me so much because I'm like, wow, dude.
It's the funny thing was Peephole. Like I'm gonna try to be vague. Maybe like the lightest of spoilers, but like near kind of I won't say near the end, but before the end, like you know when that Euro gets introduced when they're on, I think they're at the beach or the bar, I forget where it is, and like she's like super innocent and stuff, like that girl. If you guys remember that girl, but she's super innocent, and then the way she kind of like becomes really like a lot less innocent in a way where she kind of just needs to get satisfied.
It's so I think this is like
that hurt me, bro.
Representation of what real relationships work like.
Yeah, I think people did a good job of that. And man, that hurt me, man. It just hurt me because of what happens like kind of after it. Like I get like it had to happen, but I'm just like, oh, my heart. Why you do this to me? Like I get it had to happen, but man. But yeah, I guess back to Josh's question though. I'm trying to rewatch Bleach right now. If I'm being honest, I'm trying to rewatch Bleach. Like I've been going. It's weird because like I'm not rewatching like starting from the beginning. I'm rewatching arcs. Like I decided to rewatch just recently. It's filler actually. It was the weapon arc where the weapons come to life. I decided to rewatch that arc. But I'm like, you know what? Let me watch it because I didn't really remember it, which is weird because like I love Bleach, but there's a lot of arcs in this. Like man, I don't remember anything that happened in this. I remember nothing. But it's mostly come to filler though. When it comes to like the actual like series, I think at some point you're like, oh yeah, I remember all of that. I just recently rewatched Mahoka, so yeah, there's the anime I watched. But I mean, if we really talk about this anime that I can always come back to and rewatch, definitely like it's a zombie, ID Invaded, Grimoire Zero, and Soul Eater. I think those are the 4 animes I can always come back and rewatch, and I'll possibly always love it all the time.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm proud of everyone for not mentioning the cursed anime that got banned recently in Australia. And I'm very proud of everybody. But I don't bring it up. I don't want to be that guy to bring it up.
Of course. Yes.
Did you mean Arrow Manga Sensei?
Actually, no. But we can talk about it because the manga is getting updated still.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nutty.
But so I think actually I can rewatch Oremo as well, but probably not her manga Sensei, but Oremo I can definitely watch. Probably.
Yeah, pain, dude. I still will never understand why they ended it that way.
Season 2 of Oremo hurt me big time. I love season 1. I love season 1 of Oremo. Season 2, I'm just like, man, you hurt me. You hurt me, Oremo.
Kuroneko didn't deserve it.
Exactly. I mean, like, dude, that was perfect. I was like, yo, this is great. Just wrap it, right? Yeah,
man. But yeah, you were just saying something though, Triforce, when you were about to say something.
No. I was just going off of what we were saying before. As long as we don't bring up that one piece of media that got banned from Australia, we're good.
Okay. Is there any anime you can rewatch? Of course, I would assume Trigun is one of them. I assume.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I can
I know what anime he's talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I could definitely rewatch Trigun forever. Right, this was hands down one of my favorite anime ever. Best MC in my opinion because he's a jokester, but he can't get serious. Vash the Stampede, dude. Like, there'll never be a character like him. I can rewatch Samurai Champloo because that's the anime that got me into making beats. Like the soundtrack is legendary. It's still legendary to this day. And sad that Ninja Best passed away. So I'll never get to meet him, but he's with everybody in spirit. I can rewatch Eureka 7 a lot. Like around the ending anime, the ending episodes, I could kind of just say, and let it go. But I really like it up to the point where Charles and Ray come into the picture.
I really wish I remembered Eureka 7 because it actually appeared on Canadian TV on I think channel 25. I think. I really wish I remember anything, but like the only thing I remember from Eureka 7, it literally like the pink gooey thing. Pink gooey, like it's sealed like one of the main people in like pink substance. That's all I remember, or maybe not even sealed. Maybe they just I forgot how it was, but I just remember like when the main girl was just a pink version of herself, and I'm just like, huh. And that's all I remember from Eureka 7.
It's a great anime. It's just that I think a lot of people, don't like it because they didn't like the growth of Renton.
Yeah.
And I can kind of see it because, like I said, time skips really make the story interesting. It would have been interesting to have a time skip there, but I get why they didn't do that. It was slow growth. Yeah. And it was still a mecha anime. It was up there with Code Geass around the time. So it was looking really good. The fight scenes were good. The music was great, right? So it was that peak for me. I can keep watching that. Code Geass, I can't watch it like the new stuff, but I can watch first 2 seasons easy. Trying to think of another. Oh yeah, Darker Than Black, man. I can watch that first.
Which anime?
Darker Than Black.
Oh, Darker Than Black, yes.
So good. But I think that's the main ones I'll go back and watch when I have nothing to watch. Of course, JoJo.
I think they said they were doing a side series for one of the characters, I think, before Stone Ocean. I think.
I kind of want that, though. Because I want to see Jotaro's daughter.
Yeah.
Jolene?
Yeah.
Jotaro. Dio. Oh man, what an anime! It's funny because like I think before I get into it, Josh, did you say what anime you always want to rewatch? I forget if you said it. Which one you can always rewatch?
The ones that I like to rewatch a lot. I have a few big ones. I love rewatching Eurocamp. Easily, I can rewatch that like any time of the day. If I had to be stuck with one anime for the rest of my life, it's Eurocamp. One that I've found recently, I love to rewatch is I think not a lot of people have watched. It's Sekai Yakuin Domo, or members of the student council.
Oh, of course I'll watch that. Yeah.
You hold up. You watch SYD?
Yes.
Yo. I genuinely love this show so much. I can just constantly rewatch it. It's absolutely hilarious for me.
That's one of the shows with like the fast humor, right?
Yeah, its comedy is just dirty and it's spot on. Yep. And I love it.
Yeah, I really wish they would just go ahead and make another season because they keep dropping OVAs.
They do OVAs. There's a movie coming out in January.
I know why I thought the movie was out already. I don't know why wait, isn't the movie out?
Yeah, there's a second movie.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So no, like it's still super popular. The manga is still publishing. It's well over 500 chapters now.
God.
But I love rewatching it. It is so hilarious.
I'm tempted to read the rest of the manga, man. Like I was impressed with the anime. with how the delivery was just great. Like I think people tell jokes in anime and then fail at the delivery. The delivery was really spot on with this. It's kind of I hate to put it in the same vein because I think it's a little bit better than this one. What's the name of it?
Did the daily high school boys?
Daily Lives is just
that will always make me laugh. Yeah.
Daily Lives is just an absolute mood.
But I'm thinking of another one though. What's the name of it? It's the dude with the spiky hair. They keep making jokes of his hair being spiky. I'll think of it later when I probably like after the podcast and be like, yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh yeah, this one, yes. Oh man, I think it's really hard to do comedy in anime sometimes because like a lot of times like I laugh in like in I guess in my head or like I'll go just air comes out like really hard like yeah, but nothing. I feel like there's a lot of like anime I'm watching. It's like man, I'm not really laughing. I'm like oh yeah, sure that I mean it's kind of funny, but I'm not like laughing. I don't know it's kind of hard with. Like comedy, anime, of course, that's there to make you laugh. Like when comedy happens, like in action or like in romance, then it's just like romantic comedy. I'd say nowadays is doing it really well. But even then, I'm just like I'll say I laughed a lot. I think during Love is War. I think that I laughed a good amount.
That show was a perfect blend of romance and comedy.
Yeah, I think they do it really well.
And I think that the manga does it better because a lot of stuff got cut out.
Yeah,
it was either cut out or rearranged to fit the show. But dude, like the manga's it's way more mature than the anime. But I've read far enough, so I can't say anything.
Of course, yeah. Oh man, what have I watched? I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. Oh right, so what I was gonna say before we got a little bit off track was is I guess overrated anime, I guess, or rather the view of overrated anime or anime becoming overrated in a way. Because like we saw how Demon Slayer was received at first. Everyone was like, "Oh man, this is hype, this is great," and then all of a sudden it's become overrated. And before that, it was My Hero. Everyone said, "Oh, it's great, wonderful, it's gonna change everything," and then everyone's saying now it's overrated. I think the same thing's gonna happen to Jujutsu Kaisen. I think actually it's already kind of happened. I think like the first episodes, like, "Oh man, this is overrated, it's gonna be trash," and I'm like, bro. It's one episode in at that time. I think now we're at what, episode 5 I think now? Up to 5? Episode 6? I think we're somewhere there. But
well, 6 came out. It was supposed to come out today, but
I didn't come out.
You know how it is sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm getting really tired of it now. Like I don't really like. I always say if you want to watch anime or read manga, it's best to really discern it by yourself, so you can take opinion and stuff. Especially if you know someone like you really trust, like you trust their opinion a lot. Just like okay, get it. But always try to like see what it really is. But also even then, like if someone tells me this anime is trash, I'm probably gonna go watch it, go into it, thinking, man, this is kind of trash. Even though maybe I might have not really thought it's trash. Maybe I might think it's kind of okay, but I wouldn't call it trash though. That's the problem with the
Million Lives is not trash though.
Oh, it's trash. No, absolutely no. The thing is, for that, I actually saw clips of it, and I said, "Oh, this is trash." I will to the day I die, probably. Possibly. If the manga is any different, I'll give it a read. I'll give it a read. I'm saying it now. I'll give it a read. But until then, what I've seen, trash. I've seen even some more clips too, like lately, and I'm like, it's still trash. Man, I don't know. What do you guys think about overrated anime, or I guess the view on anime that becomes so-called overrated? Because I just hate that word, if I'm being honest myself.
I do. You know what? Who cares if it's overrated? You like what you like,
right?
Yeah, ultimately, it's subjective. I mean, like it's not everybody. It's not universal, right? That this thing is overrated.
Yeah.
It's always going to be subjective. Of course, you may have a few people who agree with your opinion. But if it was truly overrated, then everybody would be, watching it, and everybody would be saying that. But not everybody is doing that.
Right.
Even some of the anime I hate, like I'll say, it's overrated, but not really. Maybe one scene from the show is overrated, or maybe it deserves that hype. Like I think Demon Slayer earned its hype.
Oh, it did, absolutely.
Was it episode 21 or 18? It was around that range.
Yeah, it got trending. It was crazy.
Right. People was really thanking the animation team. The animation team was so happy that people enjoyed their hard work. I think that moment there, you know, was really good, really great, and they deserved it. But then there's shows that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
The shows just don't deserve it. Maybe they'll be overhyped, but you know.
Yeah. I think there's always this thing as well. It's like it's always saying like I've seen a lot of talk about, you know, about One Piece, right? Like One Piece is like, you know, oh, it's the greatest anime ever. Nothing can top One Piece. And then whenever something comes up, like, oh man, this anime's really good. Oh, but you know, it's not better than One Piece. And I was like, bro, no one talked about One Piece, dude. What you talking about? We're talking about this anime. Yeah. It gets so annoying, and of course it's not only One Piece fans. Of course, it's Dragon Ball fans. A lot of shonen anime, of course. There's a bunch of fans that whenever you bring up a new anime and it does really well, people say, oh, but it's not better than this anime, and then they look for flaws. They look for flaws in it, and they, oh man, this is trash compared to this. It's ass, and I'm like, it gets annoying now whenever I see it on Twitter. But again, I'm on Twitter, so I mean, what else am I expecting, really?
That's that little PP energy.
Small dick energy, man. Yeah.
Small PP. I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, nobody cares if Goku can body Kavi or something, right? Like,
right.
Why even compare those two shows, dude?
It's always, especially whenever you talk about something, oh, but this guy's really strong. Oh, but he's not stronger than Goku, though. Like, okay.
Like, nobody ass, bro.
Right? No, nobody asks. Right, cool, he's stronger than Goku, but they're not in the same anime, so what up?
Now, I would bring up a certain character, but then I would be, you know, going against what I said I was not going to do. So I won't mention the character, but I do believe Goku can body that character. I would be happy to see that, you know. If we got some talented animation artists on YouTube that want to create this scene, I would pay money for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna bring that character up because shows ass in my opinion. But I'm gonna make people mad too and say that Domestic Girlfriend is the greatest drama.
Oh right, here we go.
Please no.
The ending surpassed expectations.
Oh yeah, man. But the thing is, I actually didn't read the manga, but I've seen the ending because I just saw it on Twitter. Like, cool, I saw it, whatever. I wasn't gonna even finish it. Yeah, Domestic Girlfriend. Yeah. Oh, where you go?
Stop, please, no, please.
Well, if we're gonna talk about some girlfriend animes, then let's talk about Rent a Girlfriend. Of course, Rent a Girlfriend. We gotta talk about Rent a Girlfriend. Man, I gotta say, man, it's weird.
Mommy, best character.
I hate mommy so much.
Oh my goodness.
I live for Sumi. I live for Sumi and Sumi alone, and also Yaimori. Yaimori's pretty great.
Listen though, mommy is
I
gonna
do
bring
like she's
the drama back
though.
to the. It's gonna bring everything back. Everything's gonna be popping again like it was in the beginning.
I will say though, even though like I don't like mommy, I understand her character though. I get why she's there. So
I get her character, but I still don't like her.
Of course, like you're not supposed to like her. Some people might like her because they're into that, or some people just like her because they like chaos, or some just like her because they like her. I mean, before I saw the anime, before I even knew the characters, I saw Mom. Okay, Mom looks cute. I like her, and then I'm like, oh, this is.
I think we can all agree though. If you like Ruka, you basic.
Oh my god,
Ruka! Listen, Ruka is the most basic of them all. Like she's cute, but guess what? Like one who's cuter than Ruka, Sumi.
So I Sumi a lot, even though I haven't I haven't like finished the season. I've seen the clips of Sumi. I'm like, oh, I like her a lot. I like her.
The only reason I'm excited for season 2 is so we can get Yaimori, who is like the best girl. Yaimori is like the most underrated, but still best girl in that manga. I love her.
You know, she doesn't have that much screen time, and
she deserves more. She needs more screen time. She's just great.
They introduced her for that one part, And then it was like, yo, we're gonna go back to the basics. We need him spending mad dough.
Yeah, Kazuya, like, especially what Kazuya is doing right now is just, come on, man, step it up, son.
Bro, speaking of Kazuya, hold on, I have to get on my rant, BS, bro. I hate this man, bro. I'm tired of this MC. Get him out. Get him out. Trash. He does the same things every time. He doesn't learn shit. Nothing. I hate this. Okay, I don't actually hate him, of course, but like when you build this character, when you have lessons you learn in the episodes, growth. You see some. I love seeing growth development, but he does nothing with it, and he does the same thing. And I know it happens because they play that stupid song for him every time. When he gets sad and a bit depressed, they play that same song, and it's just like, bro, I can't feel bad. You've done this too many times. You're not learning your lesson. All right, I'm sorry. I'm on a little rant there.
That's a problem. Like, he does though. He doesn't learn. He gets his character progression.
We never learn.
And then he instantly regrets. We never learn. Listen, we never learn. I love it. The endings, man. Furuhashi, I love her. Furuhashi's the best girl. If you disagree with me, I will find you and tell you you're wrong.
I'm not mad, but yeah, Kazuya, man. I will say his best friend, way more likable character. But of course,
Kazuya's best friend is a certified best friend.
Bro, he's a bro.
He is a certified bro.
Oh man, no.
He also gets glossed over,
which sucks. Oh
like,
man,
you have this great supporting cast of other characters, and he just goes back. The author just fiends off of the main three, right?
Right. It's so tiring. It really is. Like,
at this point, I'm just reading to find. I'm honestly just reading, waiting for it to be finally be like, okay, he's finally with Chizuru. I can be free.
Yeah, I feel like he is gonna end up with Chizuru. I don't think there's any.
At this point, it's like, who else can he really end up with?
Right.
I mean, if he spends $10 million on a girl, he better damn get her.
Oh man.
This man's gonna sell his kidney and be like, here, I sold my kidney. Let's go out on this really expensive date.
You know what? I would enjoy an ending like that where he he continues giving her money and they never together. And he gets old and he's still doing this.
Bro, oh man.
I would actually laugh. I would love an ending like that.
Oh, I don't think the fans would. I think the fans would be a little.
That's why I would love it.
Honestly, if he got back together for mommy, I'm here for it. Let's talk about it. I'm here for it. Get back with mommy. I'm here for it.
If you go with Sumi or Yaimori, I would be down for that. I would be.
Kazuya doesn't deserve Sumi.
He does not deserve Sumi. He did not deserve her. Same with Yaimori. He does not deserve Yaimori.
Oh man,
hey, I'm fine with those two being their own character. Sumi has her own side story manga, and I'm satisfied. We don't see Kazuya, so that's good. That's a plus.
Yaimori is just Yaimori.
And then there's Ruka. If he gets together with Ruka, oh boy.
Now, the thing is, I thought for sure the author would make it like this big sob story with Ruka and our heart problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would develop, but he is just like,
I'm telling you, bro, character development does not exist in this manga or show.
He left it underneath the rug. He was like, hey, remember Ruka's heart problem? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, character development, bro, it pains me. It pains me so much.
Kazuya was definitely going to change when, he was helping with a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this is really good. We know what he's doing in school and stuff, and what he's striving to become.
Yeah,
see that.
It was actually.
They said, nah, son, you thought you was gonna change?
Joke's on you. He's back to his normal old self.
Man.
This
anime.
Point out of like a desperation.
You know what I gotta say nowadays? The Isekai has died down. I'm happy with that. Isekai has died down.
I am very.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, it's died down compared to what we've been seeing for the past 2 to 3 years, because like each season there was like, I think there was one season where there was, I think, 10 or 11 isekais, and I'm like, excuse me, can I get some good, you know, variety?
Exactly.
You said isekai, right?
Yeah.
Do you realize we have 5 shows next season that are isekai?
Now mind you, they're 5, but they're not 10.
But they're also good ones though. They're also actual, you know, good isekais.
We can't excuse it. We can't excuse it. If
We
it's good.
can't. No, we can't. We still gonna choose it. They're still isekais, but at least there's less though. There's less, thankfully.
There's less.
Which I'm also wondering, why can't you just make a fantasy anime? Just make a fantasy anime. It's not that hard. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't say it's not that hard, but like you already have the concept of it. Like isekai is popular and it was trending nowadays, and now it's isekai, but you're turning into something like with slime, turning into a spider. What is it? Turning into a hot spring. Turning to a machine. Yeah, like
No, you are right though. It's like so easy. You want to know how you make ReZero from an isekai into a fantasy?
sure.
Cut out like the first couple minutes of the first episode. Bam.
Oh. Bam.
But it's okay because Redo of Healer is gonna solve all of that, right? Because it's not an isekai.
It is true. It is a fantasy. It's in the world.
I cannot wait though for season 2 of ReZero. Or season 2 part 2 of ReZero, man. It's gonna
Part 2.
It's gonna break me. I mean, this season already just hurt.
I like this season a lot.
That's a good example of character development. Though.
Oh yeah.
Subaru is the best example of character development because Subaru learns from his lessons.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, he actually learns. He's like, hold up, you know, I did this before, but guess what? I'm not gonna do it again.
You know what anime that I always think about that it's weird because like it's a isekai, but like it doesn't really feel like an isekai, and that because we Log Horizon, it doesn't really feel like an isekai to me, even though it technically is, because you know you're going to another world technically, even if it's only in a video game, which is getting a season 3, haha. But I mean, it's still.
It's just like how SAO is technically an isekai, but you know, done worse than Log Horizon.
Yeah.
Although, you know what?
SAO gets more praise though.
I am, you know what? I will say I am hyped for SAO.
Progressive, I think.
You brought it up.
I know. I brought up. You know, it's free range now. He brought it up. I'm like, it's free range. I gotta talk about it now. It's free range.
I'm sorry, but it's the SAO Progressive featuring, you know, better writing.
Yes.
You know.
I will say though, Alicization, I did like Alicization. I liked it.
Honestly, I heard it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Fake Saber?
Oh yeah. Look, Alice is. I mean, I can't even really say anything. Alice is pretty much Saber.
Fake Saber and blonde Kirito.
I mean, Yuju's kind of different. Thankfully, Yuju actually has some kind of character to him.
And then it had more rape, right?
Bro, it wouldn't be SEO without it. It wouldn't be.
Exactly.
Dude, I can go all day, bro. Nah.
It's like, I could go, but
I could go, but you know what? I just don't care enough.
If you like it, like I said, it's subjective.
Of course,
like
yes.
Just know I'm a diss the hell out of it. But hey, that's just me, right?
Of course.
You have the right to like what you want, and you have the right to like what you hate.
Right.
No. What's funny is we've been in here talking about anime the whole time. I feel like we've been in Genshin Impact. We haven't said anything about Genshin Impact at all, which is funny enough.
Yeah, you want to know what I have to say about Genshin Impact?
Oh, sure. Where are you going? Oh, you're clean.
You see this cute girl here?
Yes.
She has stolen the wallets of millions of people.
She has.
So I still love her.
I haven't spent money on her, thankfully, because I'm saving up for Shinyan. But man,
I love
Clee. She's great.
Adorable.
I'm lucky that I'm one of the few people that make enough money to get by in a lot of situations. I definitely have to calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no shade to what's his name, M-Tash. Like no shade. But I heard he quit. I'm sorry.
Is that the guy that dropped like a couple grand trying to get?
Yeah, I think he dropped like 7K, and then say Clee was trash.
No, he said he dropped 2,000 in Clee.
Oh, 2,000 clear, sorry.
And said she was trash. Which, come on, dude.
Right.
If she was truly trash, you wouldn't have spent $2,000.
Exactly.
Right. Even if you're trying to do clickbait or something like that, like, what, bro? Yeah. Man, and then he made a Twitter video saying, like, you know, how, like, everyone's, you know, harassing him, stuff like that. And it's like, I get it. You shouldn't harass someone for that. But, like, you kind of, you know...
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, I'll say that. You reap what you sow.
And the people who've been there on his channel, they said this is nothing new. He's done this before.
That's what I'm saying, right?
He would drop money for a game and then quit and then go back to what he was originally doing.
Which was funny, which I was about to bring up. Premium Antash is quitting Genshin Impact, and I'm like, I mean, all right, bro. I mean, there you go. I mean, so you spent all that money. Like, I can't do that with the game. If I put money into a game, it's hard for me to drop it. It's hard for me to drop it. Like with FGO, I'm stuck in that game. I put money into that. I put probably more than $200 to $300 in FGO, which I know compared to a lot of people that's small, but to me that's a lot. Cause I rather put money into gacha games. Which I think I put it almost a good amount in Genshin myself, if I'm being honest. But like with those games, I don't think I'll be able to drop them because, well, you know, here we are. I put money into it, that means I'm now invested into it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm a mad dolphin, so I spent dough. Like people spent money, I spent dough.
Yeah, I think the people like I saw the voice actor of Paimon, the Chinese one. Yo, she's a whale. I was like, what?
No, did you guys see the voice actor of Klee? She was pulling for her viewers, and everybody was getting Klee.
The Chinese voice actor or the Japanese voice actor?
I think it was the Chinese voice actor for Klee.
Oh, I got my setting. So you guys both play in English, correct?
I play on the English when it comes to the story. If I'm just doing nothing related, I'll play in Japanese.
Okay, I was to say the whole reason I play in Japanese for the voice actor for Paimon is the same voice actor as Kaguya.
Kaguya-sama.
And Paimon is absolutely adorable. I love her.
She is right.
Don't
emergency
get on
food.
Man.
She's emergency food.
Don't get on Pixiv because people are taking that seriously.
Oh yeah, I've seen her on Pixiv, and I'm like, okay, hello.
No, like people are really drawing Paimon getting eaten.
Yeah. No. That's actually what I thought you were saying. Actually, I've seen it myself.
I thought you meant something else. Like people, those artists have been going.
That's common. That's why I'm not even. That's common to see.
Yeah, on a certain rule of the website, people have been going a little wild.
Nah, this dude is like, oh, it's Halloween, bet.
Oh, no, poor Paimon.
It's so. I was like, dude, there's no way, no filter, nothing.
No care in the world, man. No care in the world.
I'd have to say that 6,500 Genesis crystal with the bonus 6,500 is a little tempting.
Honestly, all the paths are kind of tempting. I still have the 100 one still just chilling, and I'm like, hey, yo, that's looking kind of tempting right now. I kind of.
Honestly, the problem is too. Like, I got 40 hours of work coming up, or I got 80 hours of work coming up.
80 hours
for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks.
So I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like,
yo.
No, yeah. So I got full work weeks. And I'm like, I'm really tempted here. This is looking really tempting. Especially with the new banner coming out, I'm like, I'm getting a little tempted here.
I'm a freelance editor, and like I've been saving money because I'm trying to get a brand new mic. Like I'm trying to get like a really like good mic. I've been using my Blue Snowball for like I want to say since 2014, 2015, probably that's how I've been using this Blue Snowball for. So I'm like, I need something new. I need something fresh, you know, something better to more quality. So I've been saving up. But man, November, I'm seeing all the games coming in November, the PS5 coming out. I'm like, yo, why you gotta hurt me like this?
See, for me, it's tough too. I work at Best Buy, so I get tempted every single day, man.
Oh, Black Friday gonna hurt you.
Not just that, like we get good employee discounts for certain things.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Best Buy. Do they still have the gamers club thing?
I don't know.
They had the best discounts when that was around too.
But man, I just every day I'm walking around work, I see stuff. I'm like, oh, I can go for that. I could go for that. I could get myself that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got me a cheap TV there, so I'm
same. I got myself $100. Actually, a bit less. No, it was $100 flat. I'm like, love to see it.
I spent about $900 on mine.
Oh my god. I hope it was good though.
Yeah, I love it, dude. It's my TV I have in front of my bed.
Okay.
Yo, man, anime has never looked better.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At least you enjoyed your purchase though. That's what's important.
Yeah,
coming from a 32 to a 55 for $300. That's pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll have to see it.
But Black Friday's gonna be wild. And
Man, I really hope the PS5 is up. Like, I've heard the controller is just great. I've heard the controller is amazing. I actually want to get my hands on that controller myself. But I hope the PS5 in general is wonderful, man. Like I've heard the PS5 is like I've heard it's gonna be just a little bit not as great as the Xbox Series X, but I mean I'm not like, I will say when it comes to like I think it's called teraflops and all that, I don't really care too much about it, but at the same time I would like it, like especially when it comes to like frame rate and stuff. Like only when I super notice it, like when I play it on the Nintendo Switch, of course I can actually see it. Like if I can see frame drops when I'm not supposed to see it, then I'm just like all right. When it comes to the PS5, I hope it's just great. Apparently, I think Call of Duty Black Ops, not Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, I think it's gonna be 285 gigs, and I'm like, you what? How?
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know who said that was a good idea, but I don't know. You know, are you guys getting the PS5?
Nah, I got my PC. I'm married to my PC.
I need more incentive to get the PS5. Like if I have the opportunity to get it, I'm gonna cop it. But it's not like I'm gonna be playing it 24/7.
Right.
I want to say I'm a JRPG guy, but I've got too many games to play on the Switch that I haven't beaten. So I'm not in a desire. I don't have a desire to get it.
Weren't you getting robotic notes?
See, that's the thing. I got it. I played like 2 minutes of it, right? And then I had work. I just didn't have the time to do it. Yeah. So now I can definitely play it tomorrow, right? Because everybody's gone until Monday. I'm just chilling at work. But it's just I haven't had the time to play it. Genshin has been like a savior for real.
The Genshin's been nice.
I really love Genshin. It's the fact that you can hop onto it for like an hour.
Yeah.
It feel like you got a lot done and then hop off.
1.1's coming out next week too, which is gonna be great. Which it'll be distracting at least because I know Kingdom Hearts is coming out that same day, at least in Japan, and then 2 days later it comes out for the West. So I'm just like, yes, I can distract myself so I don't get spoiled, because somehow always I get spoiled with something, even though I mute everything on YouTube. I think I muted on Twitter, and somehow I still get spoiled. I'm just like, yes, love it, man. I don't know, spoilers are so annoying sometimes, especially when you're trying to mute it. It's whatever, I guess. Oh man. Well, we've reached 2 hours of the podcast, guys. I think it's pretty good for the first episode too. Not bad. We had a lot to say. A good few rants and stuff.
Yeah, that was a good podcast.
So before we end this thing, so you guys have been hearing this song go on for on loop for a bit. Try first. You want to talk about this song for a bit? That's been playing.
Oh yeah, you know it's the Persona. It's a Persona remix. I haven't messed with Persona since I made 6 Genshin beats, but it's a suggestion by Soul, and I was like, I can do this about 3 times. So let me see what I can do with it, and that's what we made it. Ooh. It will be releasing tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
So people who haven't seen the podcast today, there should be a link to it to view the VOD if you're just interested. In the description, it should link it directly to this one here.
Yup.
So you can hear it live. If you heard it live, you know when it's coming out tomorrow. You can be the first one to like the comment, and if you should throw any suggestions in the video, it may happen. You may get a remix. I'm not sure, but it is what it is. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. Josh, I know you're not really doing Twitch too much, but you got any plugs or?
If anything, my good old Twitter at Reborn Leap 3. I don't post a lot, but I'll usually like a lot of stuff and comment on a lot of things, so you can find me there.
Okay. of course, for me, you guys are already here on Twitch, or maybe whenever I post on YouTube, whenever I have time. You know, you guys are following me on my YouTube, and of course, I have a Twitter myself, and I have an Instagram, but I post my art there too, I guess, because I am an artist. Even I don't know if I should call myself an artist, even though the icon you see on screen is not drawn by me. It's actually drawn by I think their username is @SameRow or @ISameRow. That's their username. And they do really good art, and I'm in love with this picture of Iris, which is my OCN mascot. So I would suggest, if you want to see their art, I would definitely check it out. But yeah, I guess we can end here then. I guess, I don't know. Also, you guys have any suggestions if we should do a pre-show or after show? I guess that's also something as well. This is the first episode, so we're just testing stuff out. You can see this wasn't really like like how regular Fate podcast is, where it's actually a topic and we dive into it. This is just us just spitting stuff whatever relevant. And I gotta say, I'd say this was a success. I don't know. What's that?
I agree.
Okay. All right, you have anything to say, guys, or shall we end this?
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, and same. Of course, I also gotta say,
Mono is the best game, and make sure to watch Redo of Healer next season.
Oh man, you still need to pull Mona, right?
I'm not even gonna talk about Mona because I gave up on that dream.
Already? What happened? It's been a few hours. What happened?
The money, man. Like I can.
You're right.
The thing is, too, like I can re-roll, but it wouldn't feel satisfying knowing that, I got this perfect account over here, but then I got this re-roll AR7 account with Mona.
Right.
I just want to get Chi-Chi.
I just want Jean.
Oh, did you say Jean?
Oh, hello. Yes.
Hello.
Pain.
We can do that too, though. So.
Huh?
We can do that too, though.
Oh, you bet. Hold up. You right. Hold up. You right. Hold up.
Man.
Hold up. I forgot. I had her too. Let me load up. You guys can see my party, I guess. A little after podcasting. Who is this lovely lady? Who's this lovely lady? Yes. Yes. This is wonderful. Yes.
I don't think you realize how badly I want her, man.
Just a table full of lollies. Oh, you love to see it.
I need all the lollies.
I mean, you should take that luck from Triforce, man. Oh man.
Listen, man.
3 Chi-Chis, dude.
That $130 seemed really tempting.
The thing is, like, if you don't get her, man, that pain, that backlash, bro, just like, not getting
just sitting there like I just wasted all that money on.
Yup. That's why it's always scary whenever I'm like, oh man, if I don't get it, I'm gonna be in a very scary place. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Man, what's $700? What's that?
Right? What's $700? What's my bank account? I don't need any money in there.
What's money?
What's
food?
money?
I got plenty of food.
Right.
Exactly.
I'll just be like what's his name? Kazuya. I'll just rent the gotcha. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We'll probably be back next week or the week after. I already have plans for some other people. We'll catch you later. Bye, people.
Peace.
See ya.